Hi Capricorns, welcome to your reading for August. Thank you so much for being here. My apologies, you guys had to wait on your reading. Like I posted on the community page, there was some technical difficulties and I had to, look for a different device in order to continue these readings. So all worked out and I'm here. So I'm really happy I got the opportunity to like finish up these readings. So while I was tuning in for you guys, I kept hearing to infinity. So I'm sensing that it was more so connected to investing time and energy focusing on something that you want to, be everlasting. And this could be so romantic. I know I'm talking to my Capricorns. It's like everlasting love. But it could also be, more practical, if so. Which, for example, investing into building a home or investing into like a family home that could be passed along, or investing into like a vacation place where you might share it with family, or in whatever way, shape, or form, close to family, or something that can stay in generations, can last for generations, whatever that may be for you. I'm seeing that you want to really reach like next levels and new heights, and something that is sustainable. So whatever is like short-lived, or a temporary fix or something like that, just doesn't really seem to be the thing that you want to invest your time and energy in this month. It's more of like, what can we do when it comes to like long lasting? Are there changes that need to be made? Are there certain conversations that need to be had in order to prevent certain issues to happen in the future, for things to just build better, to grow better and quicker and more sufficient? I feel like that energy is really surrounding you guys. So taking a closer look at what is the foundation like what's the foundation of this friendship, what's the foundation of this work environment, what's the foundation of this family connection I have, or this partnership, this relationship, whatever. Like, what's the foundation? Like, what's truly at the intention? What's at the foundation? How is it working? Is it equal? Is it, does it need some tweaks and tweaks? Does it need to be removed and replaced all by itself entirely? It's like really taking a closer look at things like that, especially with that full moon that we just had, that was in Aquarius, which represents your second house. And if you are a Capricorn rising, that by itself will put you in that energy. So, Nine of Pentacles, yep. Is that independentness. Even if you are, how to put that? Because there's so many messages that come through at the same time, because it's showing me someone who is already in an existing partnership and a connection, but then having really something for themselves that is their own. And if they are with the person or not with the person, it doesn't change a thing about this foundation that you need in order to feel happy, feel content, feel good in your own skin and in your own life in general. And so that's what they're showing me. But otherwise as well, it's like, it's not that I don't want to invite a partnership into it, but I want that to be an equal partnership, someone who's already at a certain page when it comes to their healing, and when it comes to their self-awareness, and when it comes to their awareness of how they treat other people, and they're open and honest and authentically themselves, and are already capable of taking care of themselves in that way. And so everything that I add is just an extra bonus, extra love, extra companionship and partnership. But both separately are just as much of a strong individual and independentness, because I feel eventually having someone lean on you for too long, Capricorn, is just something that is more, it's not something you don't have, because the opposite is, you know, Cancer, and Cancer has that quality very strongly, and you guys do have it. It's just not about the long term, because eventually there's just this voice within you that's like, you need to set yourself free. Like, we can't completely continue to put all ooh, all our eggs put all our eggs in one basket. If that basket is literally leaking and we're walking around with this basket and all my eggs just, you know, get lost along the way, in translation, basically. So it's just understanding the value that you can bring, and also to other people's lives in their healing journey, like the knowledge you have and the ability for you to know who you are and how you stand in your life, and you know how you go about things, naturally being an inspiration for people around you. But then there's only so much that you can offer, because there are a couple of things that you would have to reject and neglect in your own life in order to help them even further. But you can never fully, wholly give them that self of independence without kind of having codependency becoming part of it. And so it's a false sense of security, a false sense of independence, and it is very codependent, and eventually it just drains you. Probably won't necessarily drain the other person that much, as you would make it look very effortlessly, that's the word. But it does take from you. And so, to infinity, sustainability, 7 of Pentacles, okay. You have created this nice, beautiful, lush garden that you can soon or are already benefiting from. And let's just see what is putting you a little bit like of that self-doubt into you. Beautiful, the Empress. Wow, what an energy, Capricorn. Okay now. Hey now. What an energy. 3 of Wands. You are seeing, start to see the ships coming in and rolling in. And it never was that you weren't necessarily capable, and that you didn't have the skills. You already possessed all of that, but you got a little bit out of your own way. And it's not just, you know, recently. I think it's been a journey. And so the Empress is here. So do you know, there's nothing wrong with enjoying things of beauty as much on the outside as inside. So a Taurus energy coming through. Like how Taurus can enjoy, you know, life. They like luxury. They like things to make sense, you know. Definitely. But if it brings them a sense of relaxation and joy and just overall feeling like, you know, it's a luxury thing, but it does something for me, and, you know, there's no shame in that. Enjoy the luxurious things in life in a sustainable way. The Empress, the Knight of Cups, the Strength card. Wow. The Page of Wands is here as well, Capricorn. I'm just gonna get some cards out because I feel like they're telling me a story. So yeah, be aware of burnout symptoms. Doesn't have to be a full blown out burnout, but before we actually even enter the stage of a true burnout that lasts, you know, from months up to sometimes years, depending on how we're coping, depending on how hard we try to get there, right? You have to really invest time and energy to get a burnout. Our body will give us the signals, and you know, when it comes to you guys, your body speaks very loudly when it comes to you overdoing it a little bit too much. So be aware of the symptoms. Be aware of the symptoms and the signals that your body is trying to communicate to you. Alright, what else for my Capricorns? I'm just going to continue to put a couple of cards out. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, beautiful in the World card. So what I'm sensing pretty strongly is the necessity, all right, the necessity of understanding how to truly put your brain off, how to truly be just in a rest state and a rest mode. When you are resting, you are resting. And I do see that there's some energy that was hard for you. And it's hard for you for when you're actually putting the wands down, so the work down, your mind starts to just continue, you know, ooh, I have to do this, ooh, I can't forget that, and you know, you're in bed and you're still thinking, I need to send that email, or I didn't call that person back, let me just put it quickly in my agenda for tomorrow morning, and if this to-do list, I forgot to do this, so I'll pick it up tomorrow, you know, it kind of just goes on and on and on and on. So where that downtime is sometimes it isn't in actually laying down and getting rest and sleep, basically. Sometimes it isn't found there. Sometimes it's literally going for a run, or getting fresh air, or doing something completely different that does really occupy your mind, where you know, when you stop doing it, you're like, whoa, it's an hour ago. I thought literally 50 minutes passed, but it's an hour, you know, like not being completely conscious in necessarily the reality, the 3D reality, more of like a higher consciousness, or like sort of connecting to a different timeline, basically. Sometimes it's really good to have practices like that, but sometimes it does come through just resting, putting on, you know, a mask, and maybe like, you know, a nice I don't know, jazz album, or I don't know what, you know, rock is your boat. And to just be present, and to just relax, to just focus on your breathing. That could be it as well. But it's so different for each and every one. And it's not just because you're a Capricorn. Like, obviously you guys, you know, will have your own natal chart going on. And so for that, especially when it comes to your moon sign, it will definitely tell you like how you regulate emotions, and then for that sign there are like certain ways of sort of releasing some of that inner blockages and inner stagnation, basically. So understanding what works for you. For some of you, it really is being in water, so like either taking a bath, or like really going swimming, like literally like just swimming, like move your body and feel the water carrying your weight, and just feeling so light, right? So aside from that, because this is a side message they really wanted to give to you, there are a couple of cuts that need to be made. And like I said in the beginning, we're looking at the foundation. This is a core thing. It's like if someone always shows up in a certain way, and you've already had the talks, and you already, you know, you had the communication, and you already tried to help them out and all of that, but it's a thing that just is simply at the core of them. And there are people out there that either are the same, they don't have an issue with that, they are not, you know, that just fits them perfectly. They will find people that, you know, at the core connect with them, align with them. But if it's not in alignment with you, then it automatically kind of means that you have to accept something from the core, and either waste time and energy on trying to change that, or actually change at your own core. And that kind of makes you feel groundless, if that is a word. So you can't find grounding. It uproots your roots, you know. So I am really sensing that is very important. Whatever you set your mind to, check the things. What is the intention of the other person? What is the what do people stand for? What do businesses stand for? Is it sustainable? Is it something that is actually proven to be fruitful, proven to be a good investment, like things like that. I made it sound like really, really like like a business transaction, and with some of you, it is literally a business transaction, and for others of you, it's more of like on the emotional contracts. One sec. So basically, that's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm really sensing that you're finding ways to de-stress, and so when you show up and when you're doing the work and things like that, it doesn't come from a completely depleted brain that might feel scattered, and you might miss out on some details, and from that space you're trying to make all these really big decisions or trying to create this new thing you're trying to do. So I am sensing that that's something that's changing, because the Page of Pentacles here, you have good ideas at the core. Like, you have a good pentacle right here. This pentacle has a lot of potential, but it's important to understand to separate. I don't know, there's a saying, I'm hearing it, from the crowd. Separating what from the crowd? Separating the people from the crowd? I don't know. You need to separate something from the crowd. Okay? That's what the Queen of Swords is saying. But she's so occupied, she's not even facing us. So she's too busy to ask again. She's like, just separate it from the crowd already. Okay. So when you separate the things, from the crowd, and find those diamonds, basically, and find a way to invest time in this pentacle that has a lot of potential, and then actually unlocking the right way, the right people, the right business adventure, the right way of coping with your body giving you signals, and on time responding to it. Approach it from a more of like a coexisting thing, because a lot of times we just act like our body is this unemployed intern that we can't get rid of because they're now on contract, and so we kind of just they are there but they're not really on payroll, and it's the whole thing. Just ignore them. They're right there in the corner. Sometimes they start acting up and ask for food and stuff, and then we give them some lunch money. Yeah, just, it's here. It's a part of our company, but as soon as the contract is up, it's up, right? That's kind of sort of sometimes the partnership we have with our bodies, and that's not fair. Because it's our vehicle. It's what gets us first and foremost out of bed. It's the body that types all the emails. It's the body that changes and nurtures our babies. And it's the body that gives birth to babies. It's like all these things that the body has to do. It's walking us to the bus stop, to get to a job interview. So when you have your feeding back, you can actually get your body into a car, right? It is serving you. It's always there. It's a very determined internship, to say the least. And it's offering all these things, but we have to appreciate it at the level that it is. And so if you don't appreciate your own qualities, who's gonna do it? The world. I love this. You do really have the whole wide world in your hands, in your palm at the moment, Capricorn. No one's looking at you. And that's your secret weapon. That's not literally, I'm just saying. And we have Pluto move back into your sign. But the pressure that used to be on your shoulders and the tough Saturn lessons aren't really that active at this time. And so it's great time and great opportunity to really do some resetting of like your own foundation, your own blueprint, basically, moving forward. Also, when it comes to like the way you speak to yourself is very important, because those inner conversations seem to manifest on the outside. Because the thing is that if you guys continue to repeat something to yourself multiple times, you actually start to live in that reality for a little bit until something happens and takes you out of it. You have the ability to tell yourself out of a feeling that you're feeling, or talking yourself into a feeling that you should feel that way. So, and that's okay, because in some way, shape, form, it can actually help you come outside your comfort zone, which is a good thing. But certain things at the core are just not for you. And there shouldn't be anything wrong with that. Right? It's like tough parents, tough caregivers, basically, that just put so much pressure on what they think you should do, what they think you should feel, what they think you should find important. And trying to feel the same way, act the same way, or whatever way, shape, or form. But it doesn't fit. At one point, your body will start once again communicating with you. This is not good. I'm not happy. This is not working. Hello. So it's good. It's good because it also gives you that sense of guidance and clarity. Overall, I'm super happy about the way this is playing out for you guys, because these are like those magical times where nobody told you it was coming. Well, maybe 1500 tarot readers, I don't know. No, it's like nobody really could tell you, like, really? And then you get surprised by it and you're like, I know I've been like trying to manifest this, but now it's here. It's like I'm kind of shy. I don't know what to say. Love that. It's like, oh, it's happening this quick. Whoa. Getting a little overwhelmed by all the good things. Whew. Fair decisions. It says, the Emperor says, your angels are aware that you have concerns, but be assured that there is nothing, I repeat, nothing to worry about. Stand your ground and know that heaven is shining its divine light upon the situation and all is being healed. Take the time to review all the details carefully. Forgiveness will bring peace to everyone involved. Wow. How freaking. And it's an infinity symbol. You see? The 8, number 8. That's so powerful, because that's exactly what we were talking about. It's like finding your ground, standing firmly into it, understanding what is at the core, right? Understanding that communication. All is being healed. There's no need to worry, but take time to review the details. Take time to look at the core things, at the foundation. It's very important. Forgiveness will bring peace to everyone involved. I'm gonna get one more spirit message for you guys. I got a spirit message. There we go. It says cleanse. Cleanse. Okay. Your body, your mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for much needed cleansing. Okay. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. What did I say? Your body, your intern, also needs care and attention. It's time for some much needed spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. Beautiful. Well, I think I said enough. All right. Let me get an affirmation for you guys for this month. Let's see what it has for you. Actually, this deck disappeared on me. I wasn't aware that I lost it. That's how things disappear on me. But then I find it again, and I'm like, huh. Whoa, I haven't seen you in quite some time. It always comes back in the right timing. Here we go. Beautiful. I'm gonna get one more because that was, yes. Ooh, very important. It says, I honor how I want to feel. I honor how I want to feel. So not what you should feel, not what you're trying to push yourself into, you know, so it's easier if you would feel something. So I honor how I want to feel. And it comes with this beautiful L. And it says, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Beautiful. All right, my beautiful Capricorns. There's something with Scorpio energy around you guys, because I keep on wanting to say Scorpio. It's interesting. Maybe you have a Scorpio sun or rising or moon. Maybe that's why it's showing up so strongly, because it really is a moon reading almost. Thank you so much for listening to this reading. I appreciate you guys a lot. Please hit the like and the subscribe button if it isn't, you know, clicked on yet. Otherwise you click it off and you unsubscribe. I mean, do however, honor how you want and what you feel, okay? No, I'm sending you love. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I'll be back soon. All right. Mwah. Bye, Cap. You got this. All right. You got this. I believe in you. Always.